Hafa day, everybody. I'm Jason Salas. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Well, in our top story, the Guam Homeless Coalition is urging the island's homeless population to get tested for COVID-19. They likewise hope the numbers do not affect efforts underway to house the homeless during the pandemic. Chris Barnett has more.
We do need to get a sense of where the virus is and who's infected. Because we really don't know.
Margaret Hattori Uchima of the Guam Homeless Coalition on Public Health testing the island's homeless for COVID-19. Efforts to test street homeless started today in Tamuning and will continue throughout the week. Hattori Uchima telling KUAM's Containing COVID, the word is out about testing, but Public Health and the coalition aren't just sitting around waiting for people to show up.
A lot of the homeless have been hearing about, that something was going to happen and there were going to be some services. So I believe that they will come out and get tested. There are some pockets where we know they won't come out for various reasons. And public health, these nurses are amazing. They're, again, unsung heroes. I just talked to Margarita Gay from Public Health, and she's willing to take a small team and go to a few pockets and test people that just for some reason won't come here.
Hattori Uchima also tells KUAM the lack of progress on sheltering the homeless has been a source of frustration even before the COVID pandemic. Plans to shelter homeless at Paseo were scrapped, and now talks have centered around a concrete shelter.
You just want to make sure that if we're going to do a hardened structure, number one, what is the plan? What's the long-term plan, right? And who's going to run it? That's another big thing. We've been talking about that. But yes, we're definitely keeping in communication with Homeland Security to find out where the progress is on that. And once we get through this week, especially with Public Health, and see what the numbers are looking like, I am really hoping, whatever the numbers are, that plan for something, whether it's a permanent shelter, doesn't get dropped.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Elsewhere tonight, police arrested 42-year-old Reynold Manawis after a 15-year-old victim came forward accusing him of sexual assault. The victim reported the incident on May 27th at the Dededo precinct, so say court documents. The victim stated that at 4 a.m. someone was touching her in that morning. She saw a heavyset male with curly hair whom she identified as Manawis. He was charged with first and second-degree criminal sexual conduct, both as first-degree felonies. 16-year-old Donson Jonah is the fourth teen arrested in a series of burglaries that took place at GW High. According to court documents, 16-year-old Timo Palak told police he and several other teens had burglarized the school, stealing items, trashing the rooms, and even setting fires. 19-year-old Jason Smyon and 17-year-old Betwin Simeon were charged in court for their part in the alleged crime that took place between March and April. Donson was charged with 8 counts of burglary with 8 counts of special allegations, crimes against the community, a single count of arson, a pair of counts of theft of property, a single count of attempted theft of property, and 4 counts of criminal mischief. Local CNMI Representative Ed Probst joins a growing chorus of voices expressing for concern and transparency and accountability amid the growing public health and fiscal crises in the Northern Marianas. He says sole source contracts should not be enacted unless they're an absolute emergency, with fairness taken into account for both the most qualified contractor and reasonable price. KUAM spoke with him earlier this week.
Some complaints from other companies, and which, of course, these are confidential informants who have shared with us this information. So, of course, we wanted to look into it. And that doesn't mean by any means that anyone did anything wrong. We certainly want the public to know that we are not trying to persecute anyone or to shame anyone on this. But we do believe that there has been precedence.
He says there's no stopping further scrutinization as committees continue to inquire about the matter as federal and local dollars are spent. Well, staying with regional headlines, hundreds of families are struggling to make ends meet. Nonprofit organizations are stepping up to fulfill dire needs across the Marianas. KUAM's Tomas Manglotnia reports from Saipan.
While coronavirus cases in the Commonwealth remain low, the number of people in need is on the rise.
We believe that there are people who have fallen through the cracks.
Empty Vessel Ministries' Rosalind Lahoste joins 20 volunteers at the Garapan Roundhouse yesterday on Saipan. The nonprofit hosted a drive-through distribution of over 1,000 bags of food to families in need.
Since the beginning of this pandemic, we have been bombarded with hundreds of calls, mostly from workers who have lost their jobs.
Some residents lining up as early as 6 a.m. Prior sites passed out goods donated by community members and corporations to hundreds of more people.
We exist to meet the needs of the community and to go where government sometimes cannot.
Caridad is also a phone call away. Executive Director Laria Gomoro and her 4-member team are operating at a full capacity. Their Chalankanoa office drawing funds from several sources and passing hundreds of food packages and gift certificates.
We usually do about 250 families a month for food assistance. In February we did 504, and then in March we distributed 942.
While food remains an immediate need, rent is also an issue for many. The nonprofit has assisted 180 families, paying nearly $80,000 of rent. Over 300 families are on the wait list.
Sometimes when they call you back, we call them back, they're just like, they feel like they've won the lottery because they're getting help. You know, they can't believe it. They're crying, and then, you know, so it's really a beautiful thing that we can help them.
Tomas Manglotnya for KUAM News on Saipan.
Thanks so much, Tomas. In other news, the Salvation Army Guam is going on its 8th week of COVID pandemic response, and that nonprofit organization has been quite busy. And according to Major Tom Stambaugh, they've been staying consistent with their appointments.
Last week, the week of 18th to the 22nd, saw 113 individuals, which translates to about 430 people assisted out of those family groups. So we're still seeing about 20 to 25, 30 appointments a day, and 113 of those, Chris, of that number I just shared, are still new clients to the Salvation Army.
Now, as a corollary to the story, Stambaugh and his wife depart Guam towards the end of June and will be heading to their next assignment in Boise, Idaho. He says they leave the island as proud Guamanians.
For us, we're just, we're going to be hitting the gas till the day we have to get on a plane here, because the work here is important.
For more services, information on services, or to schedule an appointment, you can call 477-9588. Please stay tuned. Daily maintenance is coming up, and still to come, trend spotting with Adriana Cotero.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
While we've all been through a lot over the years,
typhoons, earthquakes, and now COVID-19,
we've been able to get through these together.
For more than 80 years, Travelers Insurance has been protecting your homes, your businesses,
and the health of your family.
We are here today, and we'll be here tomorrow.
There are better days ahead. Tomorrow's a new day filled with hope and choices.
The possibilities of what we can achieve together are limitless.
Let's continue to work together to ensure a brighter tomorrow for all of us.
So how are you feeling?
Not so great. Headaches, sore throat, and a bit of a cough.
And how long have you been feeling this way?
A few weeks.
Any fever?
Yes.
So how are you feeling?
Not so great. I've been feeling kind of lost. I'm just sad all the time. And, you know, I never used to be like this. There are days I can't get out of bed, and some days I can't sleep at all.
Any thoughts of self-harm? Talking about mental health is tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you need to talk, call Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center's 24-hour crisis hotline at 647-8833.
More freedom. To learn more, to create more, to connect more. Mix and match Data Pass. Take your data further.
No waiting in line to see your doctor or to pick up your medication. From tips to living a healthier lifestyle, nutrition and fitness, to the latest wellness trends, stay healthy by checking in for your weekly dose of health news on Health Check every Tuesday on KUAM News Extra. Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
All right, everybody, my friends and yours, the Claros brothers, have this week's installment of Daily Maintenance.
Today, this is Ryan Claros from Custom Fitness, licensed physical therapist. Thank you again for joining us with our daily maintenance segment number 11. We're kind of going over our runner series, and this is our runner series number 3. If you haven't joined us the last 2 episodes, let me just kind of catch you up. What we talked about is the idea of strength and conditioning for runners. And what we said was that we're trying to debunk these myths, that if you want to build endurance, these are with high reps, with low weight, and that is totally not true. What we want to be able to do is we want to load heavy, right? We want to load heavy, and we want to go to 2 to 3 days a week, 60 to 70% of whatever your 1 rep max is. Remember, as we begin to age, we see the tendon stiffness decrease, we see the release of energy, of efficiency decrease, and we see the resiliency of these tendons and muscles kind of decrease. So what we want to be able to do is we want to build that resiliency through proper loading. And if we want to be able to do that, and we can do it right, we said that we can reduce the risk of injury, we can then increase your running economy, and then we want to be able to increase your run performance. And overall, that's what we're going to try to do. So here we go. What we want to be able to do is we want to debunk the idea of knee pain, and we're going to show you how to treat it. Now, a lot of times when we see people with knee pain, they kind of assume it's just because of just general weakness. In reality, patellofemoral pain, in essence, is seen here, and we'll just do kind of a quick anatomy. See the quadricep muscles right in here? Quadricep tendon goes to the patella then goes to the patella tendon, and we see the tibia, which then this is the tibial tuberosity. Within this, as a reminder, okay, the patella, this region is used to distribute force. So that's the anatomy of it, right? What we want to be able to see is that people who do more weight-bearing activities such as running, jumping, right? We see that pain just right in this area, very tender to the touch. If you wanted to test this at home, what we want to be doing is, hey, Paul, Coach Paul, by the way, from Custom Fitness, head coach, do me a favor, go ahead and squat. And go ahead and come on up. Will we see pain with squatting and or pain with going down a step? Coach, can you go down a step? Boom. You'll see that painful right in there, and go ahead and come on up. So that's easy ways to test patellofemoral syndrome. Right now, remember, we're just kind of, this is non-diagnosed knee pain, so we want to be able to make sure that if you do have knee pain in this general region, right, we want to also exclude any of the pain coming from the hips, right in this iliotibial band and TFL portion, or just right in this lateral part of the knee that has referred pain here. So this is, we're going to make sure that this is just pure runner's knee or jumper's knee. And we can do that again by using those 2 simple tests. Now, what we want to be able to do is understand what are the causes of this pain. So again, if you've been at home and if you've been loading more than you have, meaning you've been exercising more, squatting more, running more, that could be one cause. So loading can be an issue. We can also see just general muscle deficits or weaknesses within muscles. Now, remember, if you're running or jumping, it's kind of a single leg activity. So we know that, Coach, can you go ahead and just run for, pretend like you're running? So we know that you have to be able to single leg stand on one leg. So guess what? You could also have maybe a muscle deficit, whether it's coming from the hip, the knee, or even the ankle, or even at the lower back that's causing a lot of this pain. Another idea is just the idea of muscle coordination. And all that means is that the muscles that are when they're engaged, they're not engaged in the right movement. So maybe the hip is going a little bit early, the ankle is going a little bit early. So we see that's the 3rd cause. And then the 4th cause is just kind of mobility impairments. So a lot of times people try to do a lot of things. So maybe that you have just maybe decrease of flexibility or mobility, maybe in the knee joint, the ankle joint, and in the hip joint. So when we try to treat these things, you try to do a checklist of, hey, by the way, am I weight bearing too much? If that's the cause, guess what? Back off a little bit, right? Back off just a little bit, and then just kind of re-ramp everything up in a progressive nature. Muscle deficits, muscle coordination, and then muscle impairments can be addressed through, guess what? Strength and conditioning or proper loading, even when you do have a loading issue. Now, when we do those, what we want to be able to do is 2 exercises that we know that will help. And again, here's the major issue. Rest is not going to help, okay? Rest decreases the ability for that tendon to handle load. So with all those, loading is important for us, so we just want to load correctly. So how do we load? We want to load other portions of our body to be able to start being able to progressively load that tendon. So coach is going to go ahead and stand to the side. Now, here's the deal. Coach is going to go ahead and squat like he normally does. Hips go back, knees come out, boom. And you can see the angle of his shin. Knees are pointed forward, and guess what? Kind of a lot of pressure on that knee, especially when that's the test that we did, right? We said, hey, by the way, that's going to be a positive pain test. We don't want to move into pain, right, to a certain extent, but we want to be able to challenge the tendons within that knee to be able to build up, right? Coach, how are we doing with that? Good. So what we're going to do is, hey, by the way, we want to squat, but we're going to squat with a forward lean. So all we're going to do is from this position, it's a forward lean first, and go ahead and squat. And this angle is more vertical, and you go ahead and come down, right? And you're going to feel that more in the hips. Remember, forward lean first, go ahead and come on down. And go ahead and come on up. Yes, it does look a little bit funny and a little bit sketchy, but this is one way that you can squat, right? Building resiliency within the tendon and not aggravating. Go ahead and coach, go ahead and come on forward, and go ahead and squat. Perfect. Remember, as you begin to get used to this and desensitization, we can then kind of squat lower and we can add weight. The second exercise that we want to show you is just kind of a split stance squat. And all that is that we're going to go ahead and put one leg back. Using that trunk forward lean again, we're going to go ahead and try to drive that back knee down. You're going to feel lots of weight bearing through the hip, not a lot through the knee at all. Not a lot through the knee, but we are weight bearing enough to just be able to challenge the knee to be able to make sure that that knee is being used in the right context. Okay, go ahead and switch, coach. Again, split stance forward lean. Try to get that back knee down there, coach. And then go ahead and come on up. And again. And go ahead and come on up. All right, now, so remember, this is for non-diagnosed anterior knee pain when you're doing activities such as running, jumping, going up the stairs, and just general loading. Now, this category falls with adults only. If you are between the ages of 9 and 14 and you have pain in that general area, please seek out a physical therapist or an orthopedic doctor. There's probably some underlying issue with that. Again, if you need any medical advice, anything, please seek Custom Fitness, right? For all your physical therapy needs, we can address any running deficits, any strength deficits, any coordination deficits, and any mobility deficits that are happening right from running. Thank you again for joining us.
Hafa, I'm Bernie Valencia with Matson. Our local Matson team understands that these are very trying times for everyone. Matson's top priority, like yours, is to keep our families safe and healthy and ensure you have what you need. We'd like to give you peace of mind that Matson's service continues unscheduled and uninterrupted. Matson is committed to our weekly service from the United States West Coast to Honolulu into Guam and Saipan. We are working with the Port Authority of Guam and providing the capacity and services our customers need so they can continue to meet your needs. Matson will take all appropriate measures to ensure continuity of service into Guam and Saipan. When we work together to take care of our family and neighbors, we will emerge from this as a stronger island community.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Port Authority of Guam, KUAM Communications, and Matson.
Ruby Tuesday Guam is still preparing the dishes you love for either curbside carryout or delivery. Call them at 647-7828 or 647-7829 for curbside carryout service with a smile. For delivery, download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get Ruby Tuesdays delivered to your door. Stay safe and healthy, Guam.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience. Why pay full price? We'll help you save. Check out KUAM deals on KUAM.com/deals for the island's hottest promos, sales, discounts, and so much more. KUAM deals exclusively on KUAM.com. Find your deals today and let us help you save.
Have a day, everybody. Welcome back. Here's Adriana Cotero with Trend Spotting.
We're still on peak for 2, but we're getting back on track to reopening the island. This comes after the governor announced more relaxed restrictions and also the reopening of our economic engine, tourism. Happy day, everyone. I'm Adriana Cotero, and this is Trend Spotting. A lot of big news came on Wednesday as the governor announced she would lift restrictions come Friday for many things. It was a return for restaurant dine-in, places of worship, nonprofit organizations, and even fitness classes. Even the island's beaches and parks reopened and social gatherings got bumped up to 25 people. Of course, there are still many restrictions still attached with all these reopenings. Churches and restaurants must follow the executive order requirement, which limit the capacity to about 50%. While fitness classes including CrossFit, yoga, Pilates, and dance have returned, standard gyms have not reopened, and when it comes to dining, food courts, bars, and taverns still remain closed. Of course, we've got to continue to practice social distancing, hygiene, and wearing masks to prevent the spread of the COVID-19. Here's what you had to say. One comment reads, "Wow."
To learn more, to create more, to connect more, Mix and Match Data Pass. Take your data further.
The people of Guam once again have the power to shape our island's future for the good of the entire community.
The 2020 Census of Guam is an island-wide population count.
A snapshot of Guam that happens just once every 10 years.
A census worker will ask you a number of questions.
You'll be counted no matter what language you speak.
Sensiguro na todo siya inipit mizo upang sikreto.
Ang bawat kawani ng 2020 Census of Guam ay nanumpa na habang buhay na poprotektahan ang bawat impormasyong makakalap.
Shape your future. Start here.
Why pay full price? We'll help you save. Check out KUAM deals on KUAM.com/deals for the island's hottest promos, sales, discounts, and so much more. KUAM deals exclusively on KUAM.com. Find your deals today and let us help you save.
No waiting in line to see your doctor or to pick up your medication. From tips to living a healthier lifestyle, nutrition and fitness, to the latest wellness trends, stay healthy by checking in for your weekly dose of health news on Health Check every Tuesday on KUAM News Extra. Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
All right, everybody, here they are, your weekend birthday shoutouts. Your weekend birthday shoutouts go like this. Happy birthday on the 30th to Josephine Cabrera. Happy birthday, Mom, from Sherry, Johnny, Chris, and the Cabrera family. Eva Page and Aligo. Happy birthday number 8 from your family. Happy birthday number 18 to Bridget Matagolay. Congratulations on your graduation. Wishing you the best. Coming from Aunt Claire, Nino, and the family. Erica Salas Opena, happy birthday to you and enjoy your special day. Your family and friends on Guam and in Edwards Air Force Base are sending all of their love. And happy birthday to Abigail Guerrero, born on Saturday. We wish you a very happy and blessed 14th birthday. We love you so much, says your family. And on Sunday the 31st, the very last day of May, happy birthday to Ariana Baleto. We love you, from Mina Jessica, Nino Chris, and the Gogui girls. Minessa Meno, happy birthday to you from Mom, Dad, and your family and friends. And Dante Herrero, happy birthday, you turned 8 years old. Mommy, Daddy, and the rest of the family are so proud of you and are wishing you the very best birthday ever. And you know what? So are we too. Hope all of you guys had an amazing birthday. Just go to KUAM.com and click on the tippy top birthdays and you are in. And we are out of time, that is. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.